Alrighty, we're going to work on the STAR test 2016 8th grade math test. Says so right at the top. Here we are. We're on question 43. So it says rotate this ABCDE pentagon 180 degrees clockwise about the origin, creating all these primes. What statement is true? Now, obviously I got my 1, 2, 3 going here. And I wrote rotation. And I wrote on there, if you rotate something, which is turn an object, does it change its size? So if I put my pencil here and I turn it, it's longer? Oh, no, it's shorter. No, it's not a pencil. It's a new object. It's a ruler. Okay, it's nothing. It's still my pen. So if you look at the answer choices down here, it says congruent. It says more. It says twice. It says half. I didn't cut my pen in half. You poor link everywhere. Nothing happened. The answer's A. What does congruent mean? Same size, same shape. How about the word equal? Question 44. The measures of two angles are this expression and the other one. What is the value of x if these angles are congruent? Well, what does that mean, congruent? I think I just said that. So wouldn't that be number 1, congruent? Wouldn't that be equal? So number 2, how about 5x plus 24 is 9x minus 17? Now, how could we solve this? Let's think. We could get it wrong. That's a good possibility. No, we don't want to do that one. How about y1, y2, y not? How about triangle, circle? Exactly. How about plug it in and see which one works? Yes, all 3 work. I would suggest triangle, circle, and paper, pencil. I would suggest check with calculator y1, y2, y not. So I'm going to do paper, pencil here, and then I'll pull my calculator and prove I'm right. So triangle goes on the x's. Circle my numbers. What shapes do you have on both sides? Well, I have both shapes on sides. So let's do circles first. Move the 24. And what is negative 17 plus negative 24? I think you should make sure you're doing this. Would you add those signs? What does it say? Same sign, add and keep. So wouldn't that be 17 plus 24? And how about negative 41? Turn the light on for you. Excellent. So this is negative 41. Bring down that equal sign. I need to move this x to this side because I have a circle over here. This circle went this way. This triangle needs to go that way. Minus 9x, subtract 9x. This is 0. Stick it 5 fingers, take away 9. Yep, you're short fingers. How about 4x? What's between 4 and the x? You're right, a dot. Divide by negative 4. Happy little froggy face. Answer's positive, so if you pick a negative, it's wrong. And what's 41 divided by 4? I don't know. Go find out. 10 something, because 10 times 4 is 40. 1 left over. 10 and 1/4. I kind of like J. Let's do what the calculator would do. I put the equations in. I put the left one on y1, the right on y2. I'm going to push graph. And I see the 2 lines, but do they cross? No, they do not. And if they don't cross, that's definitely not X marks the spot. You need to zoom out. I'm going to do zoom 3, enter. Almost. Do they cross on your screen? No. Zoom 3 again. Excellent. I see where they cross. Now I'm going to do second trace 5 intersection 1, 2, 3. How about 10.25 says my calculator? Boy, we're smart. Alrighty, question 45. You've got a rectangle prism. Dimensions are shown. I would make sure everything's in inches. They are. It says, what is the total surface area of the rectangle prism in square inches? I circled the stuff I liked. I need to go get total surface area. I'm dealing with rectangular prism, and everything better be in inches. So that's my number 1. Rectangle prism, total surface area inches. And by the way, the base is the first word always, so the base is a rectangle. I drew a rectangle around P. I did not shade it because P stands for perimeter, so that's an edging. And then this is capital B, that's area base, and that one's shaded. So how many sides are on a rectangle? Oh, you're right, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 times height. Watch those parentheses. Plus 2. And what is the area of base? Base times height is area of a rectangle. I just need numbers and you stick them in. And equals total surface area. Now remember, I need the base part. If you notice I shaded it on the picture, I see an 8.2 in the front. Wouldn't 8.2 be in the back? So 8.2 plus 8.2 plus, I got this one, I need this one. So 3.4 plus 3.4. And all of that needs to be multiplied by the 3D height. And how tall is this thing? 2 inches. Plus, I'm going to start down here again. So I got all the perimeters, 1, 2, 3, 4, check. Height is 2, plus sign goes here. I'm going to put this part down here. So 2, parentheses, the base is what on that rectangle? 8.2. And multiply that by its height of that rectangle, 3.4. And that would be the answer for total surface area. So you have to type all that in the calculator carefully. Now if you're worried, you could do like baby steps, type just this part in and get that solution. That would probably be simpler. But type it all in, I don't care. I just typed it all in and I double checked my work because we don't have time for silly mistakes. I got $102.16 and that is the correct answer. How would you put that in a griddable? Carefully. The decimals here, the 16 cents goes here, the 2, 0, 1, and you bubble the 1, the 0, the 2, the 1, the 6. Make sure we're bubbling correctly. We do not have time. And make sure those bubbles are nice. Don't be scratching them in like I was doing. Perfect. That one's perfect. That ain't going to work. That's not going to work. Leaving a donut hole, that's not going to work. No. And bubbling the wrong one won't work either. They have to be perfect. It's not that hard. Question 46. It says the scatter plot shows the number of hours that 12 people spent learning to type on a keyboard and each person's average typing speed. Yep, don't care. Next. Based on this scatter plot, what is the best prediction of the person's average typing speed in words per minute if the person spends 70 hours typing? So number one, looking like scatter plot. So you're going to have to put a line in. I'm going to put scatter plot, SC, scatter plot. And I think our number two should be drawing a line and plot the points. So there's my there's my 1, 2, 3s. So it's a scatter plot. I know that I should draw a line, best fit, and I should plot the points from choices A, B, C, D. Now, I don't have a ruler on this math test, but I get an extra pencil, and a math pencil actually, so I use that. Is it perfect? No. It's not bad though. I'm going to plot these answer choices over here, and we're going to see which one makes sense. So where is, and it said 70 hours, right? By the way, what does this say? 50. So pay attention. So that one's must be something 10, something 20, something 30. How about 5? So that's 50, that's 55, that's 60. I'm going to continue on this thing. So that's 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. This is 70. And if you missed that, well, you missed it. I need to be looking at this piece right through here. Now let's plot them. 100. Where's 100? Way up here. That was choice. I'm going to do, well, F. Sure. And then 55 is, here's 50, here's 60. 55 would be right there. That's choice G. And 85 was going to be right there. And that's choice H. That was 100. I'll just go ahead and put it back. 55. And 70 is going to be right here. And that's choice J. Who is going to fit on my line? I think it's kind of easy to tell that it's H. The end. Draw the line, plot the points. And no, you can't have a ruler. Use your other pencil that you brought. 47. Oh, I've got a table. Looks like I have an X and a Y. What could we do with a table? Well, you're right. We could make list 1, list 2. And is that table nicely done? No, it's not. It's wrong. I suggest you redo that table so you don't have this oops. We don't have oops. List 1, list 2. That's X, Y. What is the X's? I got 1, 3, 6, 10. What's the other ones? 250, 350, 500, 700. Go ahead and stop the video and get those in your calculator. Alrighty, question 47. Somebody's got to buy the same number of stamps each month so she can add to her collection her grandfather gave her. The table shows the number of stamps she will have at the end of the blank months. Now, you've got months 1, 3, 6, 10. Be careful, make sure you put that in. Continuing with question 47, I've added this data to my calculator. And we want to look at what it looks like on the calculator. So let's pause that video. In the calculator, you'll see I put my X on my list 1, and I put my answers on list 2, which is your y. And now you need to go back and read what you have. And let's look at your graph too while you're at it. Now, if you have a window of -10, 10, and 1, your graph won't look like my graph. I have zoomed in a lot. And you need to think about, what does y equals mx plus b mean? What is m? You're right. M is the cost of 1. M could be rise over run. M is per, meow, said Rady the math cat. And b is your fee, your start button. That's where you start if you bought nothing. So let's look at that graph. Right there is what it cost to buy nothing. I need that number. I'm going to go to my graph and look at my table. I did second graph. And there's that. Now, I want it to, if you notice, I finished it. Now, how do you make that graph finished? Gosh, where is linreg when you need one? So let's quit that screen. Let's do linreg. And wasn't that in stat? Yes, it was. 4. List 1 is where I put my data. And I put my data in list 2. And yes, you're right. Vars, y, function, enter. There it is. And push enter. If you go to y equals, there's your equation. Now I have the finished graph. Now I have the finished table. Go to x equals 0. Right there. It's going to be 200 for x is 0. So if you read your answer choices, that explains A. She was given 200 stamps and she will have to buy 50 each month. She started with 200. That's what the y-intercept means. Next question. Question 48. You have an ordered pair, do you? No, you don't have ordered pairs. You have square root. Where'd you get that answer from? Now you have all these little cute little polka dots on this line, aren't they pretty? I need the square root of 92. Now how would you do that? What screen would you use? Your right home screen. Now if you go to your home screen and type in the square root of 92 and push enter, I get $9.59, and that one doesn't round. So which one is that? So it's more than 9, but it's less than 10. And if you notice, more than 9, less than 10, it's either N, P, or Q. But isn't this half like $9.50? And where would you find $9.59? How about after $9.50? So it can't be N because it's in front. Is it P or is it Q? You're right, it's P. It's close to half. Next question. Number 49. The list shows this number of songs that 5 students each download each week. Whoops, let me get that on the screen for you. Sorry about that. It says, what is a mean absolute deviation? Oh my, our favorite. What does that mean? For those of you doing mean, you did it wrong. It is mad. Your very favorite. Yeah, I know, I'm kidding. Yes, you're right, it's mad, and we're going to have a mad headache when we get done here in a second. So here's what we did. Number 1, we put your data in list 1. Excellent. Number 2, you're going to do 1 var stat, and that is stat. Well, actually, let's go back to edit. Edit, enter. There's my list. Go back to stat, cal. There's 1 variable, statistics. I pushed enter, and I push list 1. Enter, and there's all your data. That is mean. That's your sum. That's your sum squared. I don't know. That's the number 5. That's numbers I put in the calculator on my list 1. Scroll down. That's your lowest score. That's your quartile 1. That's your median. That's your quartile 3. That's your maximum score. Yep, that's all our stuff. Next, let's get out of there. Clear. Now you're going to do sal. That's step 3. That's not step 2. So go find all them buttons. Sum, absolute, list 1, subtract, mean, parenthesis, divide by n. Here we go. Where's S? It's in the S button in case you're wondering. Do second stat and go over. And there it is, the 5th one. So there's your S. Find A. It's in catalog. First one, enter. So I have S, A, I need L. That's list 1. You better know where that is. Subtract. So sal minus my x mean teacher. I need that x. It is a variable. It is statistic variable. Second one. Close the door. You're letting the cold air out. Divide by n. And n's a variable too. So go back to vars, the statistics. First one. Push the enter button. 688. Answer B. Whew. Easy. Not.